And it's just basketball. It's just basketball.
Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. Welcome back, my people. Welcome back. Shout out to the Dreamers Pro, because this is where I first saw this, and the topic is on Gil's Arena. They were once again discussing Bronny James, and like a lot of times on Gil's Arena, Rashad McCants is the only one honest enough. Well, to be honest, he's the only one with enough integrity to speak what's really on his mind and not cap for Unclutched Sports. So once again, they were pretty much talking about the fairness of the criticism that Bronny James receives. And so without further ado, my people, let's check out this clip. And we will be right back.
So this is a situation and a topic that needs criticism.
This topic? 50-50.
There's always praise
5-5.
in everything that sports entails. We praise, we criticize. Hating or glazing. In this situation, I've been saying from the start, the boy need to go to college so he can dominate in college, have the confidence to come into this league and do and take over where his pops left off. Going out there, being National Player of the Year, being runner-up for it, all of these things build up his confidence because he has a legacy and a lineage that is warranted of that. So now the expectations for him, even with the jersey sales and the name and all the praise that he's going to get, your performance is going to have to speak equally to that praise. Same with the Shedeur Sanders type of situation. You look at these guys, if they're ready, go in and show us. Year two, everybody's walking around on eggshells like, can we say this now about him? Is it okay? Is he, man, what you mean? He's grown ass man. He playing in the league. He got to perform. I don't see second round pick. I see you got an opportunity, take advantage.
I dig it.
Take advantage of this opportunity.
That's
you
right.
in the gym every day, just like everybody else on every other team. Hit them shots, bro. Take that shot. What is it that's not giving you the confidence to take that shot and make that shot? That looks like, you said, a scared boy out there. He don't look like he want to make mistakes. He don't feel comfortable making mistakes.
Said that last time.
So you got to have confidence from your coaching staff, the players around you. Take that shot. He not Rudy. Are we treating him like Rudy from the movie Rudy?
Yeah. But as a player, does it give you confidence when the head coach is literally screaming at you to shoot it?
Yeah, but if the message can be the message. Like he can hear it daily from everybody. But if he not comfortable when that ball come his way, he not gonna shoot it.
Not gonna shoot it.
If he not confident in his ability, he's not gonna shoot it. Like he's just gonna continuously pass up shots. That's just what it is, man. Like so, but you continuously put him in that situation.
Starting him?
Like it's wild.
Starting him? It's insane.
And there you have it. So the last thing that Rashad McCants said is starting him is insane. And that I completely agree with. Now, so Rashad McCants said a few things. One of the things he said at the beginning is he believed Bronny James should have, I guess, maybe he actually meant stayed in college because Bronny James did go to college. He said Bronny should have stayed in college and built up his confidence in college. And maybe there are certain circumstances in which I would agree with that. I believe LeBron James himself would have benefited from going to college. There are quite a few players who came straight out of high school that I believe would have benefited going to college. But Bronny James is not one of them, people. To me, Bronny James' problem isn't the fact that he didn't go to college. To me, Bronny James could have graduated from college, and we would be saying the same thing from Bronny James, in my opinion. Now, he goes on to talk about Bronny James just looking scared out there. He says he looks scared, he won't shoot. He doesn't have his confidence, and this has been the talk. And I've even said this on this channel, a few times, that Bronny James looks scared out there on the basketball court. But here's the thing, this whole confidence thing that gets talked about in reference to Bronny James needing to build confidence, but it gets talked about and overused to me in the modern day NBA period. You hear so many players, oh, I'm just going to be confident, and I just got to stay confident and build my confidence and blah, 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 and more confidence. And
until you stump me out, cut my head off, bury me 12 feet under, then I got a chance. So that's my confidence.
Confidence, and I'm better than Michael Jordan, and I'm better than the past era because I'm just confident. That word gets thrown around so much, but here it is, people. Here's the real problem with Bronny James, and to me, here's the thing that separates this so-called confidence level between different players. Because when it comes to sports, to me, it's not a confidence thing at all. What it really is a competitive thing. Bronny James is not a competitor, because if you're a competitor, then that supersedes the confidence. If you're a competitor, that just brings a certain amount of confidence, because it becomes not about the confidence. It becomes about the fact that there is no way I'm going to let you embarrass me on this court. I'm going to do the embarrassing. There's no way that I'm going to let you dominate me on this court. I'm going to do the dominating. And like I've said on this channel many times before, that everything is about your initial reason for doing it. It is about your initial motivation for doing something. That's what everything is about, people. What is the reason that you are doing something? And especially in pro sports, when you're young and you're a kid, and maybe you do just like basketball, maybe you do just like the sport of football and all the things that it entails. But when you're talking about going professional, I would argue even by the time you get to college, to me, the base of it has to be that you are a competitor first. Michael Jordan was a competitor first. This is why he's competitive in all things. Michael Jordan said it himself. He says, I have a competition problem. And while some people may dismiss that as like, oh, competition problem, that's no big deal. I truly believe Michael Jordan has a competition problem the same way that druggies have drug problems, the same way that alcoholics have a problem with alcohol. Michael Jordan has a problem with competing to win, with wanting to dominate. And that is the base of what it should be when you're in professional sports. So when they're talking about Bronny James and this lack of confidence, no, Bronny James has a lack of competitiveness. Bronny James has a lack of that pride that refuses to let someone dominate him on the court. Bronny James doesn't have that pride that says, hey, I'm going to go out here and dominate. Whoever is my assignment today, I'm going to do my best to make sure he doesn't score, and I'm going to do my best to try to embarrass him on the court. Bronny James doesn't have that at all. Now, we can take this further and say the modern NBA, in comparison to previous eras, they don't have it to the same degree. And I would argue in general This is what separates the greats from everybody else. Everybody says it's their ability and the skill, while I would argue that they got that ability and skill because they were so competitive to begin with. They attained that. They worked hard at their skills and fundamentals because they were competitive to begin with. When you're talking about Michael Jordan and Larry Bird and Magic and Isaiah, and Tim Duncan and anybody else you want to name, even some of the greats who never won championships. When you're talking about what separates the greater basketball players from your average basketball players, it is their level of competitiveness. It is the fact that they refuse to be dominated, that they are the ones that have to do the dominating. If you have that mentality, that is what's going to drive you. Then it doesn't even become about confidence. It becomes about, I have to, I cannot let this guy get the best of me. This is why Michael Jordan had a span of 8 years of never losing 3 games in a row. And why he has twice as many as the second closest person is because that thing in Michael Jordan that refuses to be dominated. So this is the Bronny James problem, people. It is not confidence. It is a competitive fire that doesn't exist. And without that, what are you playing for? It's like sports is like a fight. Sports is like a fight. Sports is like being in a war, so to speak. And you are fighting for position. So if you're in an actual fist fight, if you get in a bar fight or a street fight, like you are fighting with, at least you should be fighting with everything you have because you don't want to get beat up, potentially sent to the hospital, potentially worse. Like you have to fight, and this is the same thing with sports. When you are out there, it has to be more than about, oh, I'm trying to be a good shooter. It has to be about dominating the next person, because that's what's gonna drive you. When you're practicing, that's what's gonna drive you to put in the practice to make sure that you can accomplish that, because it's as simple as this. I refuse to get dominated by somebody else. I'm the one who has to do the dominating. I have to. It's in me. That's just what it is. And depending on what level of that competitive fire that you have, that is going to determine what level you ultimately end up on. Like I said, the greatest players, they have the greatest level of competitive fire in them. This is not a coincidence. This is because the thing that drives you is everything. The thing, your initial reason for doing something is everything. That is the thing that's going to push you. So if your initial reason for doing something is simply money, well, that's not going to take you as far as your love or passion for something. And in sports, if your initial reason to do something is simply because, oh, well, I like shooting jump shots and I like hitting layups and I like being able to do a bunch of dribbling tricks. Yo, I think it's pretty cool. I like that. That's not going to take you as far as someone who's thinking, yeah, I'm going to block you every time you get the ball. Every time you get the ball, I'm trying to strip you and not even let you be able to dribble up the court. And when I get the ball, I'm gonna try to dunk on you and take your head off every single time. Every single time. I don't care if you did something or you didn't. That is my mentality every single time. I'm gonna try to take your head off. So you're gonna either rise to the occasion or you're gonna be getting embarrassed on a nightly basis. That's what it's about. And Bronny James doesn't have it, period. LeBron James doesn't have it. LeBron James doesn't have it. This is why we call him the Duck, because he ducks the smoke so much. LeBron James, if it wasn't for the fact that he was the chosen one by the NBA, he was the chosen one by the NBA. If it wasn't for the fact that the NBA was so desperate to find the next superstar, and through that desperation, they said, hey, well, we're going to help LeBron James look as good as possible. We'll allow him to form super teams and bend and break the rules, and we'll give him every excuse in the book just so long as we can promote him as a great player so that people think the game is moving forward. We're going to do that. If it wasn't for the fact that the NBA was invested in making sure that LeBron James looked good, LeBron James will be Scottie Pippen or less. This is a fact. LeBron James doesn't have that. LeBron James doesn't have the same competitiveness of other greats, period. And a lot of these modern superstars don't have that same competitiveness. But I could go on. But anyway, we're going to hold up here, people. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What did you think of Rashad McCants saying that, hey, Bronny James starting is insane? Like that is just something completely and utterly ridiculous. It just shouldn't happen. I completely agree with that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.